Hi everyone! So today is going to be a different video. It'll be more of like a studio vlog kind of thing, but also kind of a review, which I have not done before. And I don't know how much reviewing I'll do, but it'll definitely have my opinion. So take with that what you will. And that is because today I'm going to be painting with a Maya Himi Gouache set. I've had my eye on this guy for probably a couple years now, whenever it first got really popular. And so I finally caved and bought it. And the only issue is the last time that I painted was 3 years ago, it would appear. Uh-oh. So I'm curious to see how this turns out. It's not that I haven't drawn since 3 years ago. I just haven't done anything traditionally. I do most of my art digitally now, so I'm curious to see how traditional mediums will affect me. So used to double tapping, we might get some of that today. But let's crack into this bad boy and open up some paint. You all like asthma? Whoa, okay, it just all comes off. Good to know. Nice little palette. And some brushes. Cute. And I've had a little bit of experience with gouache. I tried it out a couple years ago, and I do like it because before then, the main traditional art supply that I used was my koi watercolor set. And I loved that for the reason that it was portable. They kept it in a really cute little package that was easy to pack around, so I'd like to take it to work with me and draw at work. And so I tested out a cheap gouache set from Michael's and liked it. It feels like watercolors, but I really think that I'll like this where it's all like in a pan. I'm worried about it drying out, but I've heard it's not hard to reactivate them. So I'm hoping that I'll start to use these a lot more. Wow, look at that green. Oh, I love it. I have the perfect thing to paint with that. Okay. And I can already tell you that I'm gonna hate these colors like this in this pan. So here's a good variety. It's a lot of blue. Not very much yellow. This one's pretty good. Okay, how do I want to do this? Oh, yeah. This green. Oh my gosh, I love it. So, funny story is that I actually bought a completely new sketchbook just for gouache. This is a mixed media sketchbook that I bought for real cheap, and I know it's probably not going to do very good, but I wanted a new sketchbook to work in, and I've been craving a square one for a while, so I thought, why not do it with the new gouaches? It'll be fine. So I'm going to stir these up and swatch them. So I am back with a paper towel and some water. What I'm gonna do is stir these guys up with the back of this brush, put it on the palette as much as I can, and then maybe use a different paintbrush to do my swatching. So let me inch everything around well you can see my sketchbook too. Ooh. Oh my gosh. I love this already. Wow, that's so smooth. This is even just like a fireman's red. Nice. Oh, it's almost orange. Okay. I do like the idea of gouache though, because it's like watercolors, but it's more opaque. And I enjoy that because I love watercolors, because you can layer them, and even if you like mess up on the first pass, then you can always go back and redo your work. But I'm also incredibly impatient with my art, and I want it to be over as fast as possible. It's like ripping off a band-aid. And so that's mainly why I switched to digital work, because I was just like, I don't have to like set up anything, and I can just like hash it out really quick, and I can adjust everything without having to erase anything. And so that's partly why I bought this, because I was like, you gotta just slow down, pal. You know, just take in the world and make stuff as you see fit. Like, just don't stress about stuff like that. Okay, I'm gonna come back when this is done. Alright, so now that we have all of our swatches done, and it doesn't bleed through, that's good. This is all dry. We're actually going to put this away because I drew a sketch in this book. So, just pop that right on open. I've got some ghost guys on this side, and I've got House Moving Castle on this side because I've heard that Studio Ghibli shots are a rite of passage for this gouache set. So we're going to test that out. This won't even fit. Great. Okay. Hi again, guys. So that is going to conclude today's video. Overall, I absolutely love these gouaches. I love gouaches anyway because, as you probably saw, I really watered them down because I'm so used to painting with watercolors. And so being able to like layer them is a plus, but also being able to just kind of glop them on is a plus for me too. I like having variance in opacity that I can choose from and layer. So I'm really messy with stuff that I haven't practiced in a while. I love these gouaches. They're not too expensive. I got this set for only $25 on Amazon, and so I would recommend, if you're a beginner looking to get into something like a happy medium between watercolor and acrylics, this is a great way to start. Or even just a cheap gouache set. I think gouache is a great medium for beginners. I already did a zoom up for what do you think? But that is going to conclude today's video. I'm definitely going to mess around with these guys some more. I've already started drawing in my other sketchbook and testing some stuff out. But I really hope you enjoyed this kind of deviant from my normal tutorials and convention vlogs and stuff like that. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like to like, comment, and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you all later. Bye! And also before I go, this is the palette. This is a palette after a day or so of not using anything, and they've all completely solidified. Some have even started to like crack off the palette. Some have even started to like crack a little bit. But I just used water and watered them back down, and they are good as new. And then also, I did use a couple of them. They've started to like sink in a little bit. You can really see on the tan. They've started to sink in a little bit as they've dried, but I used my brush and kind of just globbed some stuff out, if you can see in the green, and it's still really like malleable. This is after 2 days of not using, I don't think. So, but they're still really easy to use, and I've seen where people can just reactivate the gouache with like spraying water on it and stirring it back up. So these are super easy and convenient to use, and I love them already. Yeah, I just wanted to show you all what everything looked like after a day or so you can kind of just see how things are hardening up and setting. Because I know I worried about the gouache drying out and not being easy to reactivate. But it is still wet and easy to use, and I think that's a really, really good sign. Alright, bye.